Welcome guys to yet another podcast, season 2, episode 11. Tuko na Papa Ibrahim.
Yes.
Papa Askofu.
Na wabarikingi tu on Sunday.
Okay, this time tutatubariki on Wednesday.
Perfecto.
Okay.
Misa ni misa. Every day of the week.
Tumefungua misa ya Gearhaus.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Karibuni.
Nice.
Karibuni. Mimi ni Kalasinga. Wewe ni nani?
Vanilla. Lakini
Unajua I watched the last episode. I realized au kujiintroduce. Hii episode yake
nilisema walikat.
Lakini tutulieni kwanza kidogo. Wewe uliamuaje tu Vanilla? Na wewe pia uliamuaje Kalasinga? Like for instance.
mimi Kalasinga yangu ina make sense.
Aje.
I was a young car enthusiast who looked up to Kalasingas who owned nice cars.
Okay.
Huyu na yeye, alafu my first car ilikuwa na hiyo kitu ya Kalasinga. Ako ka symbol. Ulikuwa unajua ka symbol.
Kale logo
Kale ka logo.
Yes.
Huyu na Vanilla sijui Vanilla.
We need to bring a real Kalasinga hapa.
Umeona wewe jamani fake? Hii yako ya Vanilla na
Kalasinga.
Unajua Vanilla ni legit tu.
Lukman ni mwitu.
Kalasinga mwitu.
Interesting. Sawa. At least ni understand yako. Ya Vanilla bado sija understand.
Mtu iko chini ya maji. Tutafikia hapo.
Nafikiri hii season nyingine inaanza lini?
Tukimaliza hii season
tupumzike tu kidogo hivi.
Naanza make sure jamaa
atuambie.
Yes.
Make sure you tell us bana. But they've never told us.
Why Vanilla?
Yeah, why Vanilla?
Why Vanilla?
Next season naanza na hiyo.
Perfect.
It's actually very boring season 3. But yes, here we are.
Okay.
Karibu bana.
Papa asante sana, nashukuru mazee. It is an honor being here. Naona watu wakuja hapa watu wa maana. Nimeona Alpha Land Rover amekuwa hapa. Niliona Waigera alikuwa hapa akawapigia makelele hapa kabisa. Juu jamaa anakuanga serious na life.
Unajua siku Waigera alikuwa hapa. Yenye tulimaliza episode. Akisimama, kiti kasimama na yeye.
Alikuwa amekwama.
Kiti ilikuwa kwa
Exactly. Lazima.
Ni kiti. Sio sisi.
So
hiyo siku kulijina blackout by the way.
Akia nani? Ndio jamaa anakuanga mweusi. Ndio wale notice gani kwa nanywa stima.
I'm telling you our editor had
alishinda kimaliza units. Mse tulikuwa tu kila time top up units mse.
Hii lighting tulikuwa tumeka level 10.
Akia. Poleni bwana.
Baadaye tuliteseka hiyo episode. But anyway, tuko hapa. Kukiwa na shida utajua tu ako area.
Nice.
It's a pleasure to also have you.
Thank you man.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you man. Thank you. Nangangana na hali
na kuhubiri na kutangaza neno la magari.
Hope nikitoka hapa leo sadaka.
Waweke sadaka. Jusio sisi.
Yes.
Anyway, tuanze na news.
Tuko na habari.
Hii ni kama kwa service announcements. Basi announcements
before misa.
Yes. Leo mnaambiwa
nasikianga zinaitwa intimations. So we have intimations.
Tungetaka kutangaza ndoa ya Vanilla huku na huku. Hiyo sasa tunafanya sasa. Now Vanilla again, Toyota comes to the news.
They strike again.
Every week we have to talk about Toyota
by the way in the news every week. Yeah.
But pia wame dominate market, so kikosekana kwa hiyo news itakuwa fair. Wamefanya nini mara hii?
So number 1, we have a new Hilux.
Yes, we do.
I don't know what you guys think about that new Hilux. But yeah, we have a new Hilux. It kind of looks Chinese-ish.
Yes.
But then I still like how it looks. I like the interior. But I'm disappointed by the fact that car still has a 6-speed automatic gearbox in 2026.
But it's a workhorse.
No. We need to move. Toyota is
still a workhorse.
So you said you like how it looks.
Yes.
Naona pia umeanza kuona na ile macho kama
ile wachinku. Hivi kidogo.
Of course everybody. Ukiangalia hiyo harmonization ya design unaona kama kila msee anajaribu kwenda towards that space. But I want to agree with you. Even me, I don't like the idea that we still have the 1GD until today. We still have the same 6-speed. At a power output.
The same.
Yes. So mahali wametuchezea tu wamechange kuanzia kwa mlango ya dere kwenda mbele na kuanzia kwa mlango ya passenger kurudi nyuma. Hapo ndo wamefanya fury. But hapa katikati
ni ile.
The same.
Yeah.
Interior, at least tunaweza brag tuseme tumepewa something
push. A bigger screen and the likes.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bana Vanilla?
I think I still see the reasoning behind it. The 1GD works, the 6-speed works. It's a workhorse. Huku ndio tulifanya that double cabs are supposed to be your vehicle for going to the office.
No, it's not here.
No, I mean, what's another? Okay,
Let me give you context.
But in the US, they don't sell the Hilux.
No, they don't sell the Hilux. They
Yeah.
sell the Tundra.
Yes.
But let me give you context.
Give me context.
Look at the Ranger. The Ranger currently is running a 3-liter V6
Yes.
turbo
10
diesel
speed.
engine and also
10
a
speed.
10-speed gearbox.
But don't forget, with the Rangers, that is usually on a top trim, like an exclusive trim. Hilux don't have that exclusive trim. They only have maybe the GR, which they usually just, for the sake of it, they just put a tune.
Wanakuanga nazo kama hiyo wamediscontinue GR actually.
Yeah, wamediscontinue.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah, they don't have a GR now.
they've
So
done
it's
the
purely
Robotized.
workhorses. But I'm sure they'll bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah, Toyota has this thing. They might bring it back, by the way. Unajua Toyota huamini, wanaweza kuambia hatuna. Then 1 minute they have the GR.
But that said, I still think they could have done a better, could have put in a better engine or a newer engine, a newer gearbox, because Toyota keeps a setup for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like the current 1GD 6-speed setup has already been there since 2016, 2015 or thereabouts. It's 10 years old now. This is a new Hilux, not a facelift. They're actually saying it's a completely
it's an entire new
Hilux.
Yeah.
So are they going to keep this 1GD 6-speed setup for the next 10 years? Because currently other pickups are having 10-speed, 8-speed gearboxes. They're having V6 engines.
Yes.
They're having a lot more power and torque.
But if you think about it, see, they've also been keeping that terrible engine, the 2TR,
Yeah.
Yes.
going for almost 30 years now at this point.
Yes.
The biggest reason I see Toyota tends to keep engines for so long is, one, accessibility of parts. Anytime you launch a new engine, you can imagine you have to tool all the service centers across the world. You have to train guys again everywhere. Because I look at a guy like Tuseme Skoda. Almost every month he's out there for training
Yeah, for new.
for passenger cars.
Yeah.
Because you always have, there's new stuff that's always being discovered. Even by the engineers, they'll be like, oh, we've realized this, or we are going to change. But the minute you have, especially for a commercial vehicle, the minute you have one consistent engine, then you're sure that you'll not have issues in the market.
Yeah.
Which pretty much will lead us to, the second piece of news which later, but wacha kwanza to exhaust hii.
Okay. So on the same platform, we might slightly say Toyota hawajafanya much. But you see, they have done something that I don't know if you guys have noticed. They have promised us a hydrogen cell. Okay.
I saw that.
Yeah. So from 2028, they're saying the Hilux itakam na hydrogen cell. And you remember the CEO, the guy from Toyota, once before said future might not be electric, but it might be hydrogen.
Yeah.
So labda tunaweza sema in the future we are looking at a hydrogen cell, which will be something interesting.
I don't
The
think so.
Hilux. Toyota will do. Toyota will do. I think they already cars that have hydrogen right now. Still.
I think they even made a few
Their own vehicles, actually.
yeah.
I think they even have covered, I think, over 1 million kilometers on their
It's called a
hydrogen cars.
Miai. Even Hyundai also borrowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called what? Toyota what?
Yes.
Mirai, it has one of those interesting names.
The good thing with the hydrogen is, it feels more like fueling your car on a petrol station.
Yeah.
It takes like 2-3 minutes to fill in a full tank.
Yeah.
It does, but you try and imagine how much it would take to deploy hydrogen stations.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge that is even there with electrics.
Electric, yeah, you're right. You're right.
And electrics have it even easier because you can charge it at home.
Yeah.
So you can imagine hydrogen, you have to tell all these dealers, fungeni hii kitu ya Mwarabu.
Yeah.
Now start.
Hapo kuna kazi.
It's called the Toyota Mirai.
It's called the Mirai, not
Exactly,
Mirai.
yes.
Hapo nilikuwa nafikiria mayai.
Ninja uko nayo. No wonder tulikuambia ukae chini bana. You are not doing well.
Mtu mayai hapo. Magera kwa pale wewe.
Gongea yeye mbili.
Unga mbili hapo ndiye mayai.
So at the end of the day,
Yes.
I still understand when Toyota does what they do,
Yeah.
especially on their commercial units. Because if you think about it, maybe in some years to come, one of the things I see happening is they will bring the V6 that is now on the 300 series to the Hilux. That is most likely what's going to happen. Because very soon, guys will start saying, oh, the same complaints you're having.
yeah.
We don't have power.
Yeah.
But by then, they will have learned everything they need to do on the 300, on that new engine. And now it can easily be ported onto the Hilux.
And I agree with you because you said a new engine, new challenges.
Yeah.
So let's see what
happens.
the V6 has. But at least wamamua side the electric wamesema tupatie the 1GD ndo itakuwa the electric.
Yeah.
So unlike everybody else doing a petrol electric, saying, you know what, you're doing diesel electric.
Diesel electric, yeah.
Which is dope. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see.
Sure, that would
With
be
Toyota,
very
you wait
awesome.
and see.
you've mentioned 300 series.
Yeah.
V6. Where takes us to our second piece of news. I don't know if you guys saw this story the other day. Toyota has recalled so many Lexus LX600s, Toyota Tundras, Lexus GX550s that have that 3.4 liter, 3.5 liter V6.
V6, yeah.
Finally.
Issues
Finally.
upon issues.
Yeah.
So, Toyota is known for reliability.
Yes.
Whenever Toyota makes a product, it's going to last long. So it's very unusual when you see recalls relating to engine issues, actually. You can have airbag, you can have a wipers is not
basically that
proper.
party stuff.
Yeah.
But
not engines.
And those issues started sometime last year. That's when, that's the time now guys had started piling up the miles. And I could see a few mechs complaining about that issue. As you're doing like your oil changes, you're finding there's metal.
Yes, metal shavings in the pan.
So definitely something's going wrong. Of course, being an aluminium block, there's bound to be bad things happening. So
I really feel bad for Toyota because that particular engine is supposed to be like the one VD and the one UR of, for the next 10 years.
Yes. The million-mile engine.
The million-mile engine. Yeah. You're coming from more power. Yes. People are expecting to do overlanding in that engine. And then you're telling them you're finding metal shavings inside.
And they say, from what I saw, is it's because when they were putting together the engine, they forgot
stuff.
Debris.
Actually, what they were saying is when they were machining the blocks, they didn't clean up the blocks.
And then you're like,
Toyota would do that.
And we know Toyota for, proper craftsmanship.
Yeah.
They give us names like Takumis and all that.
Yeah.
You're like, muliwacha vitu ndani.
And that's why one of the questions I was actually asking Kalasinga, is there a call for specific markets? Because that complaint mainly, I've seen it in the US market, in the American market. Is it that maybe they build certain engines, maybe in Mexico or somewhere, and those are the ones with the problem. The ones in Japan haezi kubali.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
By the way, it's good.
Yeah. I think the only thing you can do is now check your VIN against the recalled cars because they normally publish a list of all the VINs for the recalled cars.
Yeah.
So if your VIN is there, pole. Rudisha gari Toyota Kenya. Waambie unataka engine itolewe ipelekwe Japan uletewe ingine.
Because that's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare.
Especially for long-term ownership. Yeah. And unfortunately, especially for people like us who, you have the few who will go to Toyota Kenya and buy a new unit. But most of us are importing used 300s, a 4-year-old vehicle. So if those shavings have been in there for a while, you're sure stuff will start to go wrong, especially around the diesel pump. Mimi vitu kama hizo haziwezi difurahisha.
Very, very dangerous trend.
Very dangerous.
Because wase wa kwanza unaweza complain juu ya main bearing, nini. But eventually, as you said, I think those are the things that led to that failure.
Yeah.
But it's surprising that it's on Toyota.
Yeah.
But again, nafikiri pia ni reality check too. If you look at it, Vanilla and Kalasinga ni kuna confidence Toyota walikuwa na move nayo to the point when they brought out that engine. There was a hype around the engine and people bought and they started subjecting those cars to proper use.
Yeah.
As always you'll do with any Toyota. And then sasa uzuri wa hiyo engine tulianza kupata feedback mapema. Hatukungoja kama nyingine sijui no, that one we got it quite earlier. But it's good. The good thing with Toyota, and I love them for that, is they will fix it.
They'll fix it.
Haraka sana, and we'll have very good engines.
Yeah, I've seen there's a time when a while back when they launched, I think the 5th gen. This is the 6th gen Hilux.
Yes.
So that was the 4th. When they launched the 5th gen actually, the very first units, they had a problem with the braking system. You remember that? So they actually did a lot of recalls, even locally.
Yeah.
And a few friends of mine were actually bought them from Toyota Kenya. Actually, you are getting courtesy cars to use while they were fixing the issues. So at least Toyota is good from that extent. And also, that's the advantage of buying a vehicle from the showroom.
So sisi
because when you import kutoka Japan, imagine wezi pelekea Toyota Kenya.
No, hatuwezi?
It depends.
With what?
There are some manufacturers that actually have a transferable warranty.
Yeah,
as long as you're still within the warranty period, you can transfer it to...
Yes, but not from Japan. From Japan, we don't have transferable warranties.
I don't know about Japan, but UK you can.
UK, yes.
Yeah, UK.
I know UK, they normally do transferable, but Japan hakuna. No. So if you bought... Because you see, ideally a Japan vehicle is exactly what it is, a JDM, for the Japan domestic market. You shipped it out. That's why even the head units come in Japanese and all that. So you having it here is at your own risk. If you bought it from the UK, usually there's a bit of transferability, especially on risks like hizo za recalls where they could agree, they could potentially say, okay, chukueni hizo, send us the bill.
Sasa kama mmesema hivi naona kuna watu mahali wataumia.
Wataumia tu.
Kwa sababu kama watu wa bima pia they have the same. They have a recall on bima. You don't see that one? South Africa, I think in the local office here. As well.
Which particular engine?
Not engine, now hizi ni hizi vitu zingine. Airbag.
Nile airbag zetu tulikuwa tunasema za last week.
Last time, so hapo pia wamekula ngumu. Sasa kama umesema, those will not benefit from, the dealer locally. Hasa kuna ma X3 watapeleka watu sasa.
Unangoja tu.
Describing them, it looks like a serious thing.
It is, I mean,
airbag inaweza lipuka tu anytime.
Yes.
I rapture kulimelime makofi. Becomes trouble.
At least you might end up looking like a guy who's here. Tafanana na mtu stage nake.
Kwa hivi tu.
Bure kabisa wewe.
Now guess which Toyota is actually reliable? Which new Toyota?
Yeah, that's a surprising bit.
The most surprising bit. The new Prado.
Yes.
But not with the 1GD 2.8. The 2.4 liter hybrid petrol powered Prado. The one that comes in the US market.
It's in the Australian market.
No.
Just the US market.
Yes. Because the Australian market gets the 2.8 1GD.
Oh, yeah, the 2.8.
It's a mild hybrid. But then US one para 2.4 petrol, turbo petrol. And then it's like a plug-in hybrid.
Yeah.
So there's a guy who's done 110,000 miles in 1 year.
Hey, we are going in
1 year.
Journey of 10,000 miles a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
And 110,000 miles is about 180,000 kilometers in 1 year. And the car has not had a single issue. Just oil changes, spark plugs, tires, brakes.
Yes.
The usual
Normal
maintenance
kawaida
stuff.
things. Not even the hybrid system.
The hybrid doesn't say no.
They just serviced the inverter. That was it.
That's Toyota for you.
That's Toyota.
And that's why the thing is, it's surprising that actually the big engine, because Toyota tends to have a big engine which is underpowered, so it hardly has issues. But here the hybrid is saying, I'm the better built guy.
In fact, that 2.4 liter turbo hybrid is a very small engine, but has so much power. By the way, that car I think has over 400 horsepower. Yeah.
Interesting.
And Americans are always saying, we want big V6s, 8 cylinders. But then now, it's proven to actually be reliable so far. Interesting.
Me, I tend to think, so American wanafanyanga tunapata ma V6, mingi na ma V8.
And that's why they don't buy a Hilux. Ndio maana hata hakuna Hilux huko. Because to them, atashangaa, sasa ni dunini na hii. They want to buy a Tundra.
Because it has a big engine.
It's a big engine, it's a tall car. Those things are massive. When you actually see like an F-150 or hizo maram, that's when you're like, hizo gari kubwa. Find the bed. I think the bed on the on the normal pickup, like a Hilux, is 1.2 meters. Those things are like 2 meters. Kubwa. Naweza tosha ile kitanda ya 6x6. Naweza ka sweet spot. Naweza beba. Nika flat bed.
Unababu ujinga kwa podcast yetu. Tumetoa. Unababu ujinga kwa podcast yetu. Buy one get one.
Tanunua hiyo Tundra unaekewa ka Swift hapo juu.
Swift kama extra. Pelekea hii mama.
Hii mama.
Wewe bana.
It's a Kalasinga. Hizi jokes but you see, it's a good thing. Pia umefanya watu wengi wametambua hiyo gari sana. So it's a good thing.
Tambue bana.
It's like a proper car. I drove one. Yeah, it's wachana na stories za Waigera. It's a proper car.
Even Waigera, you drove one to Meru the other day. And you really enjoyed it. Jamana Joji wali drive to Meru and they were having so much fun. Sijui kuna hiyo video. Jamaa wana boost kila mahali.
You imagine you absolutely need to have that.
Kwanza kakona.
Your open episode.
The only thing I realized is I don't know whether you've done anything to yours, but the brake zinatoa moshi sana, especially if you do hard cornering.
I think yenye uli drive brake pads ni asimko.
But it could be.
Mimi
sitatoa moshi bro.
Yangu
but I did proper like hard braking.
Walikuwa wameweka zile za Mkamba.
Siko angalia. But malisimama hivi. Moshi ndio na brake pads na brake fluid inanuka. I was like, they need to upgrade this.
Uko sure ilikuwa Swift?
Ilikuwa Swift. Hiyo basi ni uli drive. Yes. The brake pads zile kwa hapo ni zile za
Unaweza
tusitaje
kujaza.
majina, unaweza tusu.
Sawa. Sikutaja hiyo jina wewe. Dave, hiyo jina nikutaja.
Sawa, ilikuwa AI.
Wanaweza kuwa sponsor, ilikuwa AI.
Nataka kuanza hapa tuanze kusema pole tena hapa.
More news. Kuna news mob leo.
Kale ingine.
I think ulikuwa like hotel last Friday.
Gani hii?
Launch Jetour.
Sikuwa mazi.
Ulikuwa. But I saw you posted about Jetour.
I did. I wasn't there. Na watu wa Jetour muinvite watu wote sawa. But I saw you were there. My Gearhaus there. Of course, he called me to come in.
Vanilla was there. Alikuwa pale kwa food.
I have work to do. Sasa kama unajua mimi ndio hivi. Mimi tumeketi kule mbele. And then there's Waigera and he's roaming around there. I was like I need to get there fast.
Huyu jamaa
Atakumalizia food. Waigera kwa mchezo.
Alinipigia, uko home? Niko home. Na kupika lakini sijakula. Nikamwambia acha nikuletee kitu. Nikamletea kitu akakula. Tukakam. Tukifika, mbona ameenda kwa food tena?
100%.
Na alishinda huko.
First stopping point. Lazima yaze food. Waigera anasemanga no matter what happens in life, you must have a full stomach. So ulikuwa umekasaidia food. Hiyo ni important. Na nafikirianga at some point anakonga mdunje tu anapost kama mkisi. Kama Matiangi.
Si ulisema kwa ile video ya nani? Ya Jennifer Malik.
Moving forward. He's from the Matiangi land. We do not understand anything else. That's it.
We are not debating anything.
No.
Picha ya jamaa na Matiangi. Sawa Dave. Picha ya jamaa na Matiangi tulikuwa nafanana. Anyway,
so tulikuwa Jetour.
So they've come into the Kenyan market.
4 vehicles.
4 vehicles. This is the Dashing X70 Plus, T1, T2.
Yes.
Which are supposed to be reasonably priced SUVs for the Kenyan market. They're reasonably priced. I agree.
Dashing nafikiri inaanza na 4.6
4.9. But we noticed it as one of those pop-out.
Tutaongea. Maliza kuongea kuhusu lineup. We will discuss that.
Okay.
So tufanye news kwanza.
Hiyo bado ni news.
News bado. So they have these pop-out door handles. Vanilla has a lot to say about pop-outs.
Okay.
Yana fikiria kitembea mfuko itashika hiyo handle. Itoke na handle. Anyway. The X70 is like a 7-seater version. Has the same interior as the Dashing, but then it's now longer and a bit wider.
Okay.
Then there's the T1, which is like a soft roader.
It's more of the mall crawler.
Okay.
It's the polished SUV.
It comes with normal tires. Not very chunky.
Yes.
No rear tailgate mounted spare tire, etc. Then there's the T2, which is the star of the show, star of the lineup, which they are saying is supposed to be the off-roader. Although I don't think, in my honest opinion, it can be a proper off-roader.
Not with the engine size.
Not even engine size.
Not with the gearbox.
Gearbox, yes.
Not, I don't know.
Even the setup itself.
Yeah.
How the car works.
Even the clearance is just about the same clearance as a regular crossover. It's more of...
I'm just struggling to find out who came up with the idea to even try to pity the T2 against the Prado. Because I've seen it everywhere and I'm like...
Okay, I get why they would do that.
Yes.
You see, the like if you look at the UAE, the Jetour has actually taken a market share of the Land Cruiser.
Okay. Actually, Qatar is where it's the best-selling SUV. Qatar, anyway, one of those
UAE and Qatar,
countries.
the Jetour is top 3 in terms of sales,
nice.
together with the Patrol and the Land Cruiser.
Interesting.
And it just came out of nowhere. Alafika eat into those sales for the Land Cruiser and the Patrol.
Okay.
In as much as they are not proper off-roaders, they don't have proper low range, they don't have a full-time four-wheel drive system. It's more of a
selectable.
Not a selectable. It's a sensor. It basically senses slip. And sense power.
Sense the power where it's needed.
It's needed. So it's a bit like
it's AWD, but
they're calling it XWD.
Yeah, theirs is
it's like AWD on demand.
Yeah.
So I am front wheel, but in case we need the rear.
But that said, I absolutely loved the interior of the T2.
Yes, the T2. Yes, the T2 has
the premium one.
The T1 was not.
I liked the exterior of the T1 and the interior on the T2.
So the interiors are more or less the same, but then you notice some small things in the T2 that are better than the T1. Like aluminium finishes on the...
More aluminium finishes.
Even here on the
There's more leather and suede around the doors.
Yes.
the seats are more comfortable on the back on the T2 more than the T1.
Yeah.
That could explain why people are buying it.
Yeah.
I think, and this is a debate we can have, the three of us. Do you really think even guys who buy the Prados really go for it?
They don't.
Exactly. So I believe whoever was coming out with that concept was like, Ata mkirinua Prado, you go nowhere. Exactly. So just buy this thing because it's cheaper.
For the mass market, it makes sense why they're even doing so well, like in the UAE. Because for most people, you just want a tall car that can deal with the occasional grass. So if it works that way, then why not? And especially for 7.8 for a brand new car with 5-year warranty. And this is not marketing for them. It's just that it's a really good...
We're not paid.
We are not paid, by the way. It's just that it's really good value if you think about it. 5 years, even if it's a Chinese car, I'm fine. Nitanunua.
Fun fact is, even on their marketing wordings, they've left out the off-road. The off-road is not dominant. So they're saying it's a soft off-road. So even them, they acknowledge. Lakini kwa sababu sisi ni wa Kenya, we want to put it off-road. Unajua gari yote imeinuka Kenya inataka off-road. Gari yote imeinuka. Hata ukiinua Swift yako, weke all-terrain. Weke suspension.
Utamkuta mad for breakfast na Swift hapo. Nilinunua. Anyway, but hatuwezi mjudge sana. It's okay. We understand him. Unajua Pajero imekwama mara nyingi.
You're judging this guy,
No, we are saying. We are just saying, we are just mentioning things apart.
But I don't know. For me, my feeling is it's. I think it's a proper on-road car. If you ask me, it has the normal ground clear that you need to go anywhere in Kenya. See off-road. Kenya, unajua ushago wetu ni off-road kimpango. Like ni mahali lazima unahitaji gari imeinuka. So I believe that's the perfect setup for any Kenyan. The engine 2 liter. Unajua Kenya tunapenda fuel economy, but I was surprised it's doing an average of 10.5.
Yeah, but
that's not good fuel economy for 2 liter.
Not bad.
2 liter.
No, it's
2 liter in this day and age, 10 kilometers
but you see,
is not the best.
Okay, aside from the engine being small, the car is
heavier
and heavy. Right. So the engine is pulling a lot of...
It's working hard.
It's working hard.
But what will you say about a Tiguan?
But a Tiguan is lighter than a
Tiguan is smaller.
No, I haven't checked the weight specs on that.
Because a Tiguan is much smaller than a... Because you see even the T2 has all-terrain tires. I don't know if you saw. It has all-terrain tires. So all-terrain tires...
Of course, that affects the consumption. But I'm not sure about the weight. You know, it could be bulky, but you're not heavy.
Okay. Yeah, true.
So
true.
It's
what we'll check.
We'll check.
Yeah.
Because the Tiguan, on the other hand, I feel like the Tiguan is a really heavy car. Because even of the build quality and all that kind of thing. And this is nothing against what Jetour... There's a name they call it. How do you pronounce Jetour? Jetour. Yes. This is nothing to do with how the Jetour is built. It's actually really good for the price point.
But if you ask me, the Chinese are having better build quality than German cars these days.
Okay.
Yes.
Ask me why.
Especially
talk to us about
Mercedes. Na mimi nitataja.
Nangoja kale build quality.
Mimi nimeketi kwa magari za China. Nowadays you sit in a Chinese car. The leather feels better than leather from German cars. You touch a door handle, it's metallic. It has a nice feel to it.
Yes.
You touch a gear knob, it is leather wrapped.
You're right.
Volume control buttons, they're metallic.
Okay.
Wakati some German cars are using capacitive touch. Unafinya hivi, unafinya the wrong thing. Mimi kwangu kiniuliza. And you see, the Germans focused so much on screens.
Yes.
And everyone is doing screens. The Chinese are doing screens, Japanese screens, German screens. Yeah. So what sets you apart is how the car feels inside. Yeah, how it's been put together, how it feels, the fit and finish. Wacha mambo ya screen. Come on. I don't know if you guys know about the creaking issues, the C-Class.
Yeah, it's there.
C-Class, ukishika hivi.
I've been complaining.
C-Class ni mzuri. The E-Class is worse. E-Class ziwanga huku. Kwanza huku nyuma. Na you're like, there's a rattle over there. Am I in the east side? There's just something wrong.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. So now you have a very strong point in terms of build quality when they are new. I'll give them to the Chinese. Underline the word when they are new. Yeah. I believe
hapo hata mimi nitasema kuna kitu nilimwonyesha, sitataja, but kuna kitu nilimwonyesha nikamwambia angalia hapa.
Yes.
Na sisemi ni lini nilimwonyesha kama wapi.
But I tend to think over time the Chinese versions will look worse than what we have.
Over time,
over time. And perfect example is what we had here. As you remember the Sherry Tigo?
Oh, the Imbora form.
When it came in, guys were like, yo, this is it. The price is dope. Hey, hata makarawa kapewa, Do you see any of them, how it looks?
Kuna jamaa niliona alikuwa ajijengea yake. Alikuwa anaenda anunua mlango huko.
Atajenga paka Yesu arudi. Lakini haitairudi. So I think this is my philosophy around Chinese cars. They are very nice. They give you very proper value in terms of like how much you're going to spend on them. But I do not think they will last as long as we are used to, even on the Toyota, like Japanese cars and even the European cars. I don't know. I could be wrong because now we are having a new crop of Chinese cars.
I do have a caveat though.
Yes.
This is how the caveat goes.
Okay.
These guys, the Chinese have been building cars, not just Chinese, their own cars.
Yes.
Because you look at the company that owns Jetour, it's the same company that owns Land Rover right now.
Yes.
Yes, they have their issues, but the build quality is good.
Okay.
So they already know what it takes to build a good car.
Okay.
Volvo, the same.
Yeah.
Actually, they've bought a lot of the major brands. And they've already built several of them. So they know what it takes to actually build a car that can have the longevity.
Okay.
The question is, do they also want the longevity?
Thank you. And there's something you've just mentioned that is very paramount and important for us to share. So like, I agree. These major companies will own these things, but I need you to know that part of the deals, like for Volvo, you know, when Volvo was bought by Geely, they came in with their own demands. They were like, we want to keep ourselves as us. So, unaonanga ile time kitambo tulikuanga Volvo, iko na shocks za Mazda, engine ya Ford. You remember that time? So where companies would buy a car, like another car company, then they will take everything that is good and start supplying on. So unakutana na Geely, hata Mercedes had that Daimler with Chrysler. You meet a Chrysler, it has a Mercedes Benz. You're like, hey, hii ni Benz. Ni Chrysler, but ni Benz.
But ni Benz.
Yeah, so I think the newer companies have like, no, I know I'm broke, I don't have money, but if you buy me, I need to operate as me. You're not going to pick my things and supply everywhere. And that is something you get on Volvo right now. You'll not see that new Volvo engine on any other car, even though they're owned by Geely. So that tells you that they're keeping some of those things to themselves.
Yeah, but
in this case, for the Chinese, I agree. They might look at what you're doing. They might not take it, but they're like, but we know.
Exactly.
You're sending your documents to us during R&D. Yeah, we know. So we can create the same here. So I believe the new crop of Chinese cars might surprise us. Okay. But I believe it's a matter of time. Ngoja tuone venye kutacheza. But based on the history, tuliona na Mahindra na tukaona na Mahindra wametusurprise. Ndio, can you agree the new Mahindra is dope?
Yeah.
Especially there's the Dhar.
Yes, the newer one. Yes.
The
Dhar is
Scorpio.
Yeah, the Scorpio. Yeah, I think they've done a good job. If you remember the history we had on the previous Mahindras, but guys were like, we don't want to touch those things. And then they brought the newer ones. The guys like, hey, we are going to touch them. Then right now, police, by the way, complain, they are really using them quite nicely. Yeah. So we could be right, as you say, we could be wrong. I think time will
tell.
Yeah.
Because
now then,
before the next, on that issue of whether Chinese cars will last.
Yes.
In some markets, but not in Kenya, some markets, Jetour is actually offering a 1 million kilometer warranty.
Wow. Unlimited miles.
Yes.
Wow.
In some markets.
Why don't they do that here?
In fact, I saw that story. I was like,
it's insane.
Probably you pay more. Probably you pay more to get an extra warranty. But then they are giving a 10-year warranty or 1 million kilometer, whichever comes first.
10-year, even if the car is not a car that has been bothering you, it's usually just about when you're thinking about selling it and getting another car.
Which to me shows that Jetour, whatever you want to call it, has faith in the car
that they're building.
Yeah. 100%. You know, nakubali. But are we going to also bring in the trucks? Because, you know, we're just getting the new wave of Chinese, you know, passenger cars. When you've been having trucks here.
I think the cars will come.
Yeah.
I had someone who is in the trucking industry tell me they actually recently went to China. And it was a fully paid trip by one of the trucking companies in China. And the goal was for them to go and check out what the Chinese are doing. So they got to test drive electric trucks. They actually covered 1,000 kilometers while they were there with the trucks, just to be told, hizi vitu ziko sawa. During that period, they were telling me the trucks were doing fuel-wise, if it were to be like a small car, you're somewhere around like 15 kilometers per liter. On a truck that is meant to tow as much as
That's proper.
15 to 20 tons. Because they're hybrid. They're actually hybrid trucks.
That's proper.
And then now they have fully electric trucks, which works so well. And they are being told now they will get a 1 million mile warranty on the trucks.
On the trucks. That's proper.
So they were saying, hizi nikianza kuuza, I'll actually bring those Chinese things here. Because to me, it makes so much sense.
And the price as well.
I'm sure the pricing was also pretty good. Yeah.
You know, the one person who made me like trucks. Ameketi hapa.
Alituletea truck moja fao. Bila kafurahia. Mwili yote ilikuwa pesa ngapi? The whole truck.
Lakini unaona vile alikuwa ameipenda na he was comfortable inside it juu. At least it's big and liweza kuingia, you know, like it's ni size yake tu. So ako tu
kuingia hapa tuone kwa utakiti.
So angeweza ingia kwa hiyo truck, so ali like.
Ndio maana
alafu iko na shocks
and we could feel you kuipenda juu vile, you know, he was so tunaelewa
alafu pia ni matiangi sasa, unajua sasa. Tuendelee jamani za tusu. Naweza fanya episode yetu ipigwe kwa
now there was a hiccup.
Kwa hii episode.
So there was a hiccup that we saw on the Jetours, and I hope they fix it. So we are saying this for them to actually fix.
You are saying this with love.
With love.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
On the Dashing, the one with handles.
Yes, the chomoka.
So there are several issues that we noticed. These are more on the usability side. The first one is, anytime you unlock, zote zinaenda hivi.
Si moja.
So, hata kama ni jamaa ako nyuma, akifungua, all of them, including the ones in front,
zinatoka.
All will pop out. So you can imagine what happens if you're on a busy street like Moi Avenue.
One guy
opens the door. A guy will get stuck on your handles.
Manduthi ipite nayo.
So it actually creates a hazard when those things do. Zinafanya hiyo kitu. Tulijaribu kujifinya nayo, ilikataa kutufinya. So that's a good thing.
You try to make it
tuliweka kidole. Tuone ama tutakaa jamaa fulani, but haikufinya.
But I think you come down to when you design gari.
Now it even gets worse.
Oh, there is another one.
There is another one. Now, you know the way when you're inside the vehicle,
yes,
and you lock the doors,
yes,
then uko sawa. So he went in, he locked all the doors. I could still open the doors from outside.
No. Are you sure it was not because the key was within this?
Actually, the key was nowhere.
So we don't know whether it's because the key was nowhere. Because you see, essentially, when you get into a car and lock the doors, the keys are
from inside.
The keys are ideally with you most times.
So
we didn't have a key, so we got in, locked the car, and then Vanilla could still
open from outside,
which I found to be a bit weird.
Yeah, even for safety reasons or security reasons.
Or maybe it was us.
Vila kwa jamu watu kuanga unafunguliwa milango. You can imagine you've bought the Dashing for your babe over there.
Mama.
Na amefunga your mumamas na amefunya. And then a guy just comes and unlocks the doors from outside.
Yeah, but maybe it was us. Maybe hatujui kutumia vizuri.
Ama labda kulikuwa na ufungu mbili na moja umeficha.
Anyway, tulienda tukajaribu na kadudu, and on the kadudu it was working fine. Like he locked and you can't unopen the way it should be, but so
but if he locked from inside, the key must have been inside.
No, it wasn't there because we tried to start it.
Tried to start the car.
It could not
start.
But you could lock the car from inside.
Yes. What? So I could get in, if in your button, you lock milango. So the knees retract, the handles retract. But then ukiingiza mkono kwa handle pull out, the door actually opens.
Ama ni sisi hatujui kutumia. So one way or the other, pia tunahitaji kufunzwa na wafunze pia the kutumia gari tumeland, but
okay.
Yeah.
But all in all, fantastic car. Fantastic.
Even the
car.
design is brilliant. If only they could just fix those small things.
Because even the steering wheel of the Dashing,
yes,
ni kama ya C-Class Mercedes. Exactly. Actually, I have a photo.
Including the capacitatives.
Inafanana kabisa na ya C-Class. So
unajua siwachana na kwanga noma ku.
No normal.
Photoshop. Now, I have a crazy story.
Tell
so
us.
There's a time we went to, I won't mention the name, of a brand new dealer. And we were given a car to go and review. And immediately we took the car, tukaanza kupata those kind of funny stuff where you don't understand exactly what the car is doing. And you're like, hey, ama ni situ juu. Unaona venye mnanishuka. So we called it, yo, is this car supposed to drive like this? Because actually the car had the robotized automatic.
Oh,
okay.
So that is to come in those Lamborghini supercars.
No, hii ilikuanga ina shake.
Ni hizo
robotized auto. You get the one that came on the first 2.8 Peugeot. Zile zile za kwanza zilikuwa zinasumbua sasa, walikuwa wanagonga ukuta. Ukipaka ukieka reverse, ukikanyaga mafuta kwanza inaenda mbele na gonga ukuta inaweza so now that car was behaving like that. Ukislow down ukienda kupanda bump ina shake inaruka. Sasa tunajiambia ama igari iko na noma itatuzimikia. Tuharibu gari. It's a brand new like zero mileage car. So we call in. This guy tells her, you know what? Yeah. That's how the car behaves. But that car is, the transmission is a robotized auto. So it's a manual but behaving like an automatic. So that has to happen. So I'm like, hey. So when you sell this car to the consumer, like the guy who wants to use it, because ni gari ya mzigo, ilikuwa van ya mzigo. Jamaa utamuexplainia aje your story. Umeget?
Ikuange inachachemeka kwanza.
That guy was very confident. He said, you know what? Actually what you do is we have a sensitization program. When they come to buy, we actually train them how to drive the car. That is where we return the key. You are like, we are done. Because now, okay, we ask them, can we say that in the video? They're like, no. That is an internal thing. Mtuachie tu trust. Kwambia haya, kama tuwezi sema pia jichukueni funguo. Because now how do you go and say it's not doing that when it's doing that? You get. So I believe these brand new cars, sometimes you'll get those funny weird things. Yeah. I hope they fix them.
Zuri na ubaya yetu ni sisi tunasemanga vitu.
Naona mimi
sasa hii yetu nishinda.
Sisi tulisema tunaweza choma tukue blacklisted. Watupige copyright strike. Tukasema wacha
sisi tunashinda hapa tunashinda tumewaambia watupatie za chakula. Ndio maana tunaenda kukula chakula ya free.
Interesting.
Ndio.
Hii platform hii ni fit. I like the vibe.
Hii yetu ni freestyle. We don't censor.
Okay.
Tunasema
no
filtering, nothing.
Say with your chest.
Mbaya. Kituramba sisi wote. Hata umekubali.
Kituramba.
Kweli.
Perfect.
It goes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway,
on to the topic of the day now.
Yes,
just a topic. But anyway, it's very quick. Wewe mzee umedrive magari mob?
Sana.
Mingi sana.
I was looking at the channel, tumefanya over 600 vehicles or cars.
Really?
Yeah. We have around 690 videos on the channel.
Wow.
But those are like, I've done. Saa hii inakuwa ngumu hata kuchukua gari ya kureview because you don't know what you've not done. Even right now, I don't know what I'm going to work on Sunday because unaangalia gari zote like, hey, tumefanya. Yeah, so we've done a proper
a lot.
Yeah.
600.
Yeah. Tumeendesha magari mingi mpaka nashtuka bado. 600 ni magari mingi sana. 600.
Yeah.
Umeendesha magari ngapi wewe in your life? Na wewe ni mechanic.
3.
Acha uongo.
Vanilla unachora.
Gari inamaanisha nini?
Kuna tugari.
Umezapa na bibi.
Awaanza kuchoma.
Hizo magari.
Yes.
Sasa tuende. Vanilla told you how we're going to do this. Hizo magari umedrive.
Yes.
Of course you've driven different classes of vehicles.
Yes.
You've driven small hatchbacks.
Yes, to the big ones.
To the ultra luxury.
Yes.
Sedans and SUVs. There are cars that you feel are extremely good in this category, and cars that you feel are awful in every category. Or very bad.
Or they're offering what is not really like...
It's mediocre.
Yeah.
Starting with what? Sedans?
No, we're starting with... Tunaanza from the smallest.
Hatchback.
Small hatchbacks.
Yes.
Kwa small hatchbacks category. Ni gari gani unazambia wananchi watu wa
nunua hii.
Nunua hii, achana na hii. Useme kwa nini?
Useme haka super.
Hapo chini.
Hapa kuna brand new car dealer hata.
Hapa. By the way.
Japan, ongeza Japan.
This is Japan. This is a brand new. You see nowadays what I do, away from just reviewing the car, I've gone to a different direction where I actually pick the car and drive for a day or two, like live with it. Una venye wale wasa wanafanyanga reviews za phone majua natumia, I am switching from iPhone to Samsung so that you can get a proper end of recent. On the smaller ones, I've been falling in love with the Demio. Yeah.
I saw your video juicy.
Yeah.
Diesel, petrol.
Either. because I've done a petrol and I've done a diesel. So the diesel, of course, the normal things. The diesel, I wouldn't say it's a bad car for a person who is driving. I believe people say it's a bad car for people who own it. Like, relatively around reliability, you get it?
It's like Land Rovers.
Yeah, it's Land Rover. Yeah, I saw Alpha here. Ukimwambia hiyo gari yako sijui ni mzito, sijui ni clunky, anakuambia no. But I enjoy it. And you guys were like, but it's heavy. So I've been loving the Demio of late. A very nice, proper setup. Of course, 6-speed auto. I'm a 6-speed manual. You get with a 6-speed manual, you're good. Fuel economy, top notch. Power inakupatia pale. The petrol engine is a high compression engine. So like if you know how to jig it, especially the manual, no, you're good. So for me, if you're looking for a bit of performance, okay, you're working on a budget, but unataka uka bit kama mse unajitambua. If you're not doing the academia, then I'll be sitting on what? If brother is driving.
If you're not doing it.
Yeah. I'll say the only reason why I will not come close to his is the looks. I feel the Demio looks far much better than.
Okay. Fair comment.
Yeah.
Fair comment. I will not
in terms of cuteness. In terms of cuteness.
Tukifika pale nje. Mangumi.
But if you are a deep enthusiast, like, kuna level 1, then kuna level 2. You are slightly more. Then I won't take the Demio. I'll actually go with the Swift. The Sport. So now that one, it's a proper handling machine. Corners, you're good. You won't get the same feeling you get with the Swift on the Demio. But the Demio is a car you'll drive and feel nice. The interior packaging is awesome. The exterior styling is perfect. Ikagari watu watangalia kwamba, yeah, you have a nice car. You're like, yeah, thank you, bro. But kama corner, the Swift will.
So what do you think about the Volvos, the 2V40?
The V40.
Those are now bigger.
Hapa tuko
the small.
V40 garajana hivi.
No,
hapa bado tunangangana na
Oja, hata hatujamaliza, hajatuambia ni gani mbaya. Kwa hiyo small hatchback. Kuna small hatchback na big hatchback.
Volvo iko hapo kwa Golf.
So ni medium hatchback.
Kama Golf huko
hapa tuko chini.
Tuko watoto.
So hizo nafikiri the Swift
so Swift Demio. Hizo ni top. Huko chini.
Yenye unasema hii.
Okay, yenye nakataa itakuwa very unpopular opinion. Sijui kama ni
sema ukipiga
kama mbaya.
Ina noma mpige.
Hapo chini. Okay, ni kagari kagine hapo chini kagari. Nataka kuwa a bit politically not correct and correct at the same time. Do you have any other ideas of which cars hapo chini? I go.
So for me, I think the worst car in that category is the Mitsubishi Mirage. So, mnakajua?
Even that one I was not mentioning because it does not exist. Why are you even
mentioning? Mimi akakua kwa kichwa.
Kwa nini?
That's the worst car.
Yes, I agree. That one promised nothing and delivered nothing.
It wins.
Yeah. I think it's just a car. Okay, kuna tugari twingi hapo chini. Kalasinga twenye tunaweza recommend. Depending on who.
Hapa ni twenye tuna not recommend.
Twingi like hapo chini bro. Tuko na Nissan Days. Like we have so many to cars hapo to Alto. Okay, it's
Alto ni kazuri.
Alto ni kapoa for biashara. So there are so many other good cars there for business that are not really enthusiast category, but they're nice cars.
Tunasema tule tujinga. Like hapo tu like just wachana.
Kuna tukio tunakuwa shape ya ajabu. Oh, there is an interesting car that I forgot. There is a Alto any charge. I don't know if you've seen it.
Any charge. You've seen it, eh?
Kenya,
by the way, now that you mentioned it.
Yes,
I saw it once.
Economic 20 something. Yes.
Nikaona kakiwa. Is it a hybrid car? What is that?
Okay, very nice. It is good you asked. So now, it is not a hybrid. It is a hybrid stroke, not hybrid. So unlike hybrid,
so kanatumia batteries are big
capacitor. It doesn't have a battery. The alternator is a huge, more of like capacitor that saves energy and puts it back to the car when the car needs. It doesn't have a battery. It doesn't have it has a generator that harnesses electricity from the wheels. Okay. Then just stores
kanajiekea
hapo tu. Alafu ukitaka power kana kusort.
Kwa hivyo sikuwa nimekosea nikisema nikaka atumia tu everready unatupanga hapo tu. Juzi ni kadogo tu hapo.
Hako ni kafiti sana. Then kuna turbo version kake pia.
But they're not
Alto nimeka this market. Naona I've seen Alto RS.
The guys who brought them.
Yes, they're there. They look nice. And the good thing is they're kitted well in the interior.
And it's usually a 1000cc now.
Yes, 1000 turbocharged.
Yes.
Same kale ka engine kanapata
kwa
Swift ile ya chini ya RS.
Ile wanawake.
Yeah, hapo umechoma. It's not celebrity.
Swift Sport ni kaa wewe. Hiyo ingine ni kaa mimi.
Wewe ni wanawake. Clarification bada.
So pia ako areska kupoa. And the good thing with Suzuki, if you've noticed, is they're also doing a good job in terms of kitting their cars. Utakapata kakona heated seats, kakona lane departure, kakona lane assist, like those things unaingia kama tuliingia kwa ngine kanaitwa Ignis. You've seen the Ignis? Yeah, we were all like, what?
Hiyo kitu siwezi taka lane assist. Kwa mtara. Unajua ni light. Fanya hivi. Msee bana, si ni hapa tu.
So hapo kuna gari poa zenye sidhani kama tutataja zote tumalize. But I think those are the highlights. So there are very good cars on the Suzuki side. But the worst one that I feel equally shika, I agree with you, the Mirage. Na Mirage inakuja na ka hatchback na pia iko na ka sedan version. You see the ka sedan?
Na Mirage ka sedan.
Hiyo weka mbali kabisa na mimi.
Kabaya tu kabaya.
Bada.
Kitu kaanga kama mouse.
That guy is ugly.
Yeah.
And then normally kwa wheel gap ingine insane. Kaanga tu.
Alafu the worst hiyo gari sijui ni ya 2010 man. It's an old car, it's an old platform. Nika venye Pajero.
Yes.
Hiyo Pajero Mark 4 ilika from 2008 all the way to 2019. That's the same thing with the Mirage.
Kwa hivyo ni kaa Toyota Platz.
Gari imekaa miaka mingi.
Wana keep
Kabla Platz uka. Toyota Platz yuka kama walimake then wakasema hii gari itakuwa mrefu hebu gongeni tena. Kafura hivi.
Finyange. But the same thing, I believe Mitsubishi does that on most of the cars.
Yeah.
Even so I will go up, but there was a car we reviewed. It was so hyped. The Eclipse. You've seen the Eclipse?
Eclipse Cross.
Yeah, so I'm like, Eclipse, yeah. And then we got it, and then 4-speed auto, 4G, whatever. I'm like, bro, he set up ni mzee. Ni body tu na headlines ametuchangia.
Exactly.
I believe that's what they do. And the same thing on Mirage.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Hiyo ni mchezo meets wanatuchezea.
Even nini RVR. RVR imekaa miaka ngapi?
Ai bwana.
RVR is such an old platform. Na mpaka sasa inamekiwa.
Si ndio siku hizi waliita
RVR ya kai kwa sababu kuna mahali itakuwa worst hapo juu tukisonga.
Next class.
Next class.
So mid-size
or
hatchback.
Yeah, proper hatchbacks now.
So real hatchbacks.
Real hatchbacks.
Nice. Hapo kuna mchezo.
The best?
Two of your best,
worst.
Two of your worst.
Of course, the best hapa.
See performance versions, even just
no, whatever.
Just a normal proper setup. Okay. Two cars that I've driven and I've enjoyed. I've done the A250. Have you guys done a full spec A250?
I have.
You have.
I have sat in one.
Yes.
But I'm not driven one.
Okay.
Si kutoshea nyuma.
My question is, what is a full spec A250?
Oh, so A250 like inakuja na kila kitu. So it comes with, okay, don't get the basic one because I believe that is the worst presentation of any A-class. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But if you get the one that is swapped up well, you have the sunroof, you have all those things going on. The A250 is good because at least you're getting more power on the best platform. Yeah. The A180 worst, forget it.
Okay, 250 by the way, watu wajuangi.
Yeah, watu wajuangi.
It has more power than a GTI.
Yes, it has.
Yes. Oh, it does?
Yes, it does.
And it's still a dual clutch.
It's thank you, 7-speed.
Well, it still doesn't look nice.
It's an A250.
You can get A250 Sport.
Yes.
No.
Alafu,
look, on the A series, if you're not getting the A45, I don't care. It's
Kia. Sasa tunasikiza nini? 250, alafu unaweka hapo badge ya AMG. Inakuwa sawa.
Watu unaweka hizo madikas na nini. Yeah, unafanya badge to presentation.
Uende kule jamaa wako akuwekea exhaust nne.
Nanyambisha hiyo kitu.
Nanyambisha. Sasa hizi jua. Bro, kuna I have the most powerful 2-liter engine. Kumbe hakuna. So I believe the A250 watu waipendi sana, but it's dope. Of course, Golf GTI ultimately. People have been trying to dethrone the Golf for a very long time. I know we've brought in few cars that you guys had a stint with them kidogo. They promised too much and gave us so little. And I will categorize those ones as the failures in this group. You guys have talked about the Renault, Megane. You've done the Clio. Yeah, they came in like, hey, this is the alternative. Yeah, dual clutch, nini wakelele. And then, yeah. After a while, unaona inarudi soko. Amejaribu kuuza moja. Inarudi soko immediately.
Lakini ni mawe kuuza.
Bro, performance wise,
Kwani hapo
kujibamba wapi? Kujibamba
That's the
wapi?
Clio RS, eh?
Yeah. Of course, there are proper ones. If you
resale
get the
gang is
trophy,
now.
yeah, with a 2 liter, at least unaweza jibamba. But in terms of tunability and just having a car that you can live and extend life with over a period of time, no, they're still lacking. Character-wise, kama nilifanya hiyo Megane, interior yake, in the first place ukiingia, uko like, okay, tumerudi 1940 ama ni aje? Because iko na analog stuff, you know, the screen is ile chroma, like ni kama ile watch za kitambo za unakumbuka. So it's a weird setup, which is when you look at the modern direction we are taking with the Golfs and the screens the way you say it, and then you go to a Megane, you're like, at first inakaa poa because it's unique, and then over time you're like, nah, I'm not doing this. So I believe
actually on interiors, I think for sure.
Yeah.
And I think VW has, on the Golf, they have the best interiors. On the hatchbacks.
So mimi hapo kwa Megane na Clio, I feel hapo kidogo. Hata dual clutch. Have you driven one? Like proper driven one?
Yeah, Renault.
Yes.
Sija drive.
I needed you to have one. At least ungeni support kwa hizi. The transmission is...
It's not that...
It's a DCT, but it's the worst form of DCT. I never enjoyed it.
Okay.
I lived with it for like... Bro, nilifanya Megane GT. Yeah. It's a proper. Iko na MR16, the same engine on the... It's a proper, the same transmission that it's on the GT.
Yeah. So, you have a friend who has one.
Yeah. So, see it ni different. Ni tune too, bro, inakudanganya, but the setup, mechanicals, you're looking at the same thing.
It's like a Golf kapsa.
Mm.
The gearbox.
The shifting is exactly like on the...
I'm only drive gari kona shida.
you know that's the other thing.
The Clio RS.
The Megane.
The Megane.
Because unachiki, hata sweet spot when you drive into a motor.
There are usually two things.
Funny enough.
There are usually two ways. It is either it has the problem or you're the problem.
So I've done a proper driving, like a Golf. I know the feeling of driving a GTI. No, I didn't get that in those cars.
But then it's opinions. At the end of the day,
I didn't get that. Plus, unajua ujamaa, labda, kama driver, people have different feelings of being a driver. I remember there was a time we had a small, challenge with a guy, how he feels driving a Peugeot 3008 versus a Mazda CX-5. And one was like, me, I love the way the CX-5 drives. So, I don't know, maybe this year we'll say maybe need drivers. But for me, when I do the GTI, the way I felt, when I did the Megane, the review is on the channel. People can go watch it. It's there. I'm not saying that it's a DCT. A DCT is a DCT. Hata ukipata kwa hii inaitwaje? Hii Jetour tumeenda. It will shift smoothly and nicely, but there's something that the GTI does that you won't get on those cars. Plus, if you decide to tune them and push the power mbele, no, you'll be a lamb sitting dark on those cars.
Najua kuna watu wa whisky. Watu wa vodo. Sasa huyu labda anataka ka whisky kale
Kanashika.
Hiyo ni ram, hiyo sasa hata si whisky.
Unakunja sura kwanza, unataka. Haya, worst car.
On those.
Megane.
No, bado. Kuna, okay.
You have an honorable mention.
Hapa kuna trick.
Clio RS.
No, I'll take the RS.
Ameuliza Clio RS ama Swift Sport. RS.
Yeah, I'll do the RS. In that now hapo umechange. Hapo umepatia Swift Sport a disadvantage kidogo.
Because it's the smaller hatchback.
Wewe utapigwa mangumi baadaye.
Jamani kama nataka tu kumaliza.
Hata sikununulia chai leo.
So hapo kuna gari zingine.
The worst.
The worst in that category. Which one? Give me options,
hatchback.
man. I've driven so many. Give me like...
We
still have an Axela.
One series Axela. Peugeot 208. 308 rather.
308. Yeah.
There's so many cars. V40 Volvo.
V40 Volvo is dope.
They're all basically more or less good. They're not so bad.
Yeah.
Most of those ones, Zico, it's okay.
They're okay.
I will underscore one for being good. Okay, if you get the 308 diesel, dope. Okay, 2 liter, 16, perfect.
Yeah.
If you get like a 1200cc, nah. For me, that one, in fact, right now, I'm not doing anything that comes on a Peugeot with the 1200cc, wet belt, me, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
So for me, that will be the one.
Okay. That will be the worst one.
The 308,
that 1.2
liter, 6-speed auto.
So it's the worst one because of the engine.
The engine, yes.
Okay.
But in terms of features, what it offers, it's a decent car. Yeah. It's decent until you get to the wet belt.
I think we agreed on this even like some time back.
In previous reviews.
Which other cars? Japanese you still
You have
have.
a terrible one. Kanakaa vibaya.
Kenye kanakaa vibaya kwa category.
I think they all kind of look nice.
Yeah. In that
Those
category,
Axelas, they
competitive.
look nice. Actually, the one that looks the worst is what he likes the most. The A series.
Yeah, the series.
Yeah.
But in terms of packaging,
Unaweza compare 250 na hata Golf bana.
hapana.
2019.
No, the newer one looks
Okay,
nice.
the new one looks nice. The new one looks nice.
Yeah, the previous one though iko a bit hideous.
Yeah, the previous. So the new one is okay. New one is
But
okay.
the new one tumacho tumekuja inakaa.
You have to compare the new one and the old one.
So B series inafit wapi? Si B series
B40.
iko hapo.
V40 is
B series.
B series hatchback.
sasa B series
ni gani tu?
B series iko kategori yake. Hiyo pia iko na sura mbaya.
So unasema
But you know, for
kategoria
space-
tu gari.
B series ni gari tu. Wacha na
By the
B
B
series.
series iko B class.
Mimi hata sijui ni.
So
Apparently there's a category
its own
called B
class.
class. Yeah.
So because to me if it's a hatchback that is the worst looking one.
Yeah.
If
That one in
If
looks.
you consider it as a hatchback, it's the worst looking. Yeah.
But it has the biggest space. If you put it into the hatchback category, it's the huge in terms of space. Ushaingia hiyo kitu.
Space gani?
Huko nyuma unakaa ni kama umekaa kwa
Huwezi
SUV,
beba
bro.
mzigo na mara huwezi.
Si ndio? Yeah, it's big. It's big.
Next
Cabbage
category.
people.
Next category.
Twende category
Msema
ya-
mtaguza vits. Mnakwanga mafans wa Toyota. On this one you're not touching the vits.
Achana na vits.
Okay.
Twende kwa compact
Sedans.
compact sedans, semi luxury like Atenzas, Makexes, hizo.
Wow.
Kwani Leon si gari bana.
Alion. Sasa Alion sasa toyeka.
Shanza kaji.
Unajua amesema semi luxury. Unataja Alion surely. Sasa
Kutoka pale Ibiwe. Kwa maneno ya.
Vanilla.
Bana.
Bwana semi luxury.
You are alienating the entire Murima like everybody. Like an entire community is in the pits because of this.
Hapo hakuna
Na wakisi pia hapo.
So umesema semi luxury sedans.
Matenza hizo makategori.
Mazee, I think the best selling in that category, the one that gives you value for money and looks, technology and all that will be the Atenza.
Atenza.
Yeah, hiyo hatuwezi argue about. It's like it is the go-to car. Hata sahi, we have like a shortage of Atenzas. Okay, forget the diesel ziko. But if you're looking for the 2500cc
Yeah.
petrol, 6-speed auto, aziko.
Haziko.
So like that's how inafikanga hivi kaa imeenda. So that offers, I believe kama kuna gari watu wameuza sana hii period ni hiyo. Like it offers everything for a budget. 2.6, 2.7, yeah. Nini ingine? Tuko na 200 GT.
What about the Lexuses in there? You don't consider
Ni luxury. Si semi.
No, the luxury ones are the 350s huko.
Unajua
Unataka turudi hapa chini kwa 2S.
kuna nini? Kuna semi luxury.
Yes.
Ma Mazda, ma Nissan,
Yes.
ma Toyota Makex hizo. Then Lexus iko kategoria ya Mercedes,
Yes.
BMW,
Yes, my friend.
Volvo.
Yeah, thank you very
Premium
much.
iko na kiti mzuri.
Sasa hapa nimefaa tuingize premium. Kwa sababu hapa sasa premium unajua unakula tu nyuma huko na hizo maxio zenyu. Ni poa tu ni gari tu ya point A to point B.
So hiyo ni point.
But hiyo si semi luxury. I mean hiyo ni semi luxury. Axion ndio basic.
Lakini premium sasa the only thing unapata kwa premium ni premium tu. Like there is nothing else unaweza ongea juu ya hiyo gari ukishafika destination. Sijui kama una get. Mtu akuuliza, nimekaa mna premium. Anything unaweza tuambia juu ya hiyo gari.
There can't be a further discussion.
Ulifika.
Ilikuwa aje?
Nimekuja na premium.
So huwezi ulizwa safari ilikuwa aje.
Sasa utasema na tulikuwa na kata kwa barabara.
So
Please.
So ukikuwa premium wewe ni wale wakuulizwa umekuja.
Umefika.
Ndivyo kuko.
So hapo kuna gari mob, kuna of course kuna Skylines. Yeah. This is one of the most forgotten cars that are still giving very good value. I love the 200 GTT, the one that comes with Mercedes-Benz, whatever.
7.4.
It's cheap. It's 2.3 million Kenya shillings. Bro, it has everything. It has everything in terms of like ukimachisha na price value. It's a proper car. Plus you're cheating out or you're cheapening out on a Mercedes. So those ones are cars.
You're not cheapening out. It actually has better build quality than the equivalent luxury car.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I said it, but people refuse to agree.
Wacha wapigane. Tunajua ni wanakataa ni watu wa premium.
No, ni watu wa Mercedes.
Unajua watu wa Mercedes, they can't believe that
There is a better
Nissan
car.
has the same engine as a C200, C250, but then has
built better.
a better interior.
Yes.
It does. Like the seats are much better.
Yes.
The finish on the doors is much better.
Doesn't
Even the sound deadening is much.
It's good.
Yeah.
And the suspension. So I drove that car from Mombasa all the year. I decided to go and drive it. There's a guy who shipped one with us. Bro, the suspension is dope. I will pick that over the C-Class any day, unless C-Class inakuja na suspension. But kind of kuja na normal, dampers and coils. No, I'm taking the 200 GTT.
Okay.
So those are among the best one. Gani ingine tumesahau?
The worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
Okay, the worst.
Ni zima premium.
Premium bado ziko poa.
Si bado. Hata zinakuwa tu poa.
It must be another Mitsubishi.
Kuna kwanga na Tiana na gari ingine hapo katika. Fuga. Oh, Fuga
is actually semi-luxury.
Fuga is good.
Fuga is good.
Fuga is mbaya. I don't mind the Fuga.
Fuga, yeah. Even the Fuga looks like a Skyline kind of, isn't it?
It feels like it wanted to be something else, but it wasn't sure what.
Yes.
Ikakwama hapo.
Fuga kenye nakunga tuna shida na Fuga ni kitu moja, resale value.
Yeah.
Hakuna kitu ingine.
Even the Tiana.
Yes. But Tiana CVT.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That's exactly the same thing that falls on the Crowns. Crowns hazina resale value.
But Fuga ni mbaya zaidi.
Fuga ni mbaya.
Juzi nimeona
vibaya kabisa.
Fuga ya 2013 2014. Fairly not a very old car, 700k.
Yes, hata Tiana 2013 60 punch. But now guko indani guko.
But I know why the resale value is bad.
Of course.
The engines. People always complain they are big engines, they are thirsty.
Yeah, the
because everything else about them is fine.
I'm looking for a worst one here. Which one? Do you have any ideas, man? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say it's my premium and Malion.
Yeah, those. I think
those value for money.
Yeah, I agree.
Value for money, I agree.
They don't offer the best value.
They're so overpriced.
Yeah.
Wow.
Makes sense.
For gari ya kufika.
2.5 ni not premium. No, lakini mnatuchezeanga watu mnanuanga hizi magari. No, you play as too much.
Podcast.
Yeah. People are still buying. People are still buying.
All right.
So hapo nafikiri tuko sawa. I believe for value.
Umeifunga nyororo nchi.
Oh, okay. Are we going European on that category? Because they are still, like we still have the 5008? Ama inakuanga...
So, no, those 5008 is more on the crossovers.
There's a 508 though.
Oh,
there's a 508.
The 508. The sedan,
The sedan.
I think the 508 I'd categorize it in luxury because
okay, so we got
kwangu iko kama level ya kina Ation.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a proper...
Maybe at a E-class kidogo. Right. Because that car is... I know you drove one, but you drove the 1.6.
Yes.
Not the 2 liter.
No, not the 2 liter.
The 2 liter is proper. Really good. It's very quick. It's, I don't say very. It's quick.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
even the
quite comfortable.
It's reliable.
Build quality is good. The reliability is good.
Yeah. So ndio category.
Hapa nyuma kuna ingine iko na majina za madem tulikuwa tumesahau.
Gani hiyo?
Before mtu premium.
Sylvie.
So kuna Carol. Sijui muona Carol.
Carol ni tule tududu to
kuna hii inaitwaje hii msichana hii ya Honda. Inaitwa Honda what?
Grace.
Honda Grace. Yeah, no, Grace.
No, Grace is not semi-luxury. Grace is the same category as Axios. Ni hizo hatutaji.
That's why we need it to be there so that it can close that. At least tunaweza samea Axio na Premium alafu tuweke Grace hapo.
Wewe kama kuna Kalion mahali. Unaweza kuna Axio mahali.
By the way, kumbuka kuna Axio, kuna Allion, kuna Premium. So Allion, Premium, basically the same thing. Yeah. Axio kidogo amekufinya. Alafu sasa kuna Grace. Now Grace na Mirage, mimi usema zinakuwa confusing. Like it is
Grace
for me the
Grace ina compete na
Grace pia iko very basic interior, like that's one Honda.
Yes, ni kama hii hatchback yao inaitwa nini? The very popular hatchback. Fit. Hiyo kubwa zaidi, hybrid kila
ile shuttle.
Yes. So Grace and shuttle are the same thing.
Yes.
Vile moja iko hivi na ile nyingine.
Yeah, you are right. Okay. Hey, hapo kuna magari mingi. Hii kipindi mtaweza record tu hours.
Ama tu
sasa
ndio maana tunasema mbili.
Where do you put the new inside? Where do you categorize the new inside?
Inside in the same category na
Axio. Where do you put their code? Where do you put...
There are so many cars.
Axio na inside nyumba moja.
Sasa kama Axio na inside, bro, the new
Accord
inside
ndio iko huko juu.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen the new. I saw it on your...
Yes, I've driven
channel.
it. Bro, that's a proper car. Like they departed all the way from what they used to do.
Oh yeah, but that's not the new inside. That's a 2019.
Yes, 2019. So that's the last one. Like there's no other new. That's the last.
They're not doing another inside.
Yeah, no. They said, we are done. they conquered the Prius
Hakuna
of
niyo
that.
Axio hapa hata wao aseme ni dope.
Axio malizagi.
Let me ask, that Insight,
Yes.
are they still doing, it's an integrated motor assist IMA?
No.
No. They moved from IMS.
So they moved from IMA.
Yeah.
They have their new one. But it's good. So it's giving you the vibes of both parallel and series kind of. But that one has a parallel. So it's more like an IMA, but in a different setup. It's a new setup.
Si ni DCT actually.
Sasa hiyo haina DCT.
Hiyo hakuweka DCT kwa
Hiyo
hiyo.
iko na ile ECVT.
CVT.
Okay.
Fixed ratio.
Okay.
But it's dope fuel economy, dope. It's bigger, it's more spacious, it looks like an Accord. It has the looks, it has the interior, it has the vibes.
So you'd recommend it?
And it's cheap. It's 2.1 million Kenyan shillings. So if you can't afford buying like
A Prius.
Yeah. You buy that.
It's cheaper than a Prius.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
cheaper than a Prius.
And better.
Yeah, in terms of looks.
Because you can look at it. Unajua ukiwa Prius, unafungulia mlango kwa nyumba, ndio kuja mbio umeingia tu kwa Prius.
Na hiyo ni one thing yenye Honda walido. Because kitambo nakumbuka Prius ilikuwa inafanana na Insight all the time.
Yeah.
So on the new one they were like, no, we're not doing the Prius Insight thing, so we're going to create a new one.
But do you know the new Prius?
The new Prius is
It's one of the most
latest.
in the market right now.
Kalasinga had to pull it up.
But now,
pull it up.
Yeah.
but now that
Kwanza
one,
ni yellow, rangi ya mkamba.
Inakaa puro sangwe bana. Chiki yo gari bana.
So hapa kuna gari mob fiti. Yeah, they are very
Anyway.
nice cars.
sasa tumepotea. Turudi. Tulikuwa kwa wapi?
Tulikuwa tunataka kwenda next category.
Kwa luxury.
So tuende kwa
Your time,
Luxury.
limit to magari za under 5M.
under 5M.
The 5M luxury.
Yeah, at least I'll make a
Sedan.
caveat, yes.
Yeah.
Luxury sedan.
Luxury sedans under 5M.
Under 5M.
New imports.
C-class.
Usilete S-class ya 1993.
Okay.
Don't let.
So hapo tuko na C-class,
Kuna E-class.
tuko na E-class, tuko na V60,
Kuna F-series G-series BMW.
G30.
G30, G20.
Bro.
Kuna S90.
Hey.
Kuna hizo
Hata F ziko hapo tu.
F iko hapo tu. Kuna ma Peugeot 508.
Okay.
Kuna ma Arteon. Kuna ma Audi A5. Bro.
Sema tu mbili.
Najua
Mine yenye ilinibamba, like the
Yeah,
one I
ile-
went in and I was
Ile
like, yeah.
unasema, this is the best one. This is the honorable mention.
I feel the worst.
Alafu sema hii wachana na hii.
Okay, that category, I felt so nice driving the Arteon.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay? I did two back to back. So nilifanya Arteon and nikafanya A5 Sportback. I still say, and I will say it without fear of contradiction, that the A5 felt more sportier and better in terms of driving than the Arteon. But I know the VW guys are not ready to accept that. They would say, you know what? But I felt good in the A5. But again, as you said, could be driver, could be
So would you prefer the A5 over the Arteon?
I'll do the A5.
Or A5 over the Arteon?
Yes, any day, anytime.
Okay.
Any day, anytime. I feel even the AWD system on the i5 is better because it gives me more
They
veer.
compare.
Yes.
I think, the A5 is Quattro. And then this one is
it's quattro.
Haldex.
Yeah, this one
I mean,
Haldex.
between that and the Arteon. I feel like the Arteon is just a step.
Below it.
No, but you see, they are priced almost
The same.
Yeah, pricing wise,
Yeah.
but feature wise and power wise,
A5 is a
the A5 is
superior.
It's superior.
is a superior car.
Perfect. But because they cost the same, that's what I was saying. You buy the A5.
A5,
Yes.
Aye.
The C-Class,
Nah. So that's the worst.
Hizo ziko huko
so
katikati
the
tu.
C-Class, it's 4.6. No, I feel I'm not getting value out of that for what it offers. The only thing I'm buying for 4.6 is the badge and the name that it's a Mercedes. But if anybody can look elsewhere, like we go V60 or S60, bro, now you're getting more for a cheaper cost. I've just done a review of a V60 wagon, 3 million. That's the price on that car.
3 million.
Yes. The owner said, after I did the review, I said 3.6, said, Ibra, akikuletea 3 million, chukua. So for 3 million, let's say 3.3 to 3.3,
Watch that video.
bro, that's a proper car. And that was like the best model. It's the Momentum. So imagine inscription. So if you're doing the inscription for like 3.6, bro, you're getting everything and more that the C-Class has on a budget. On top of safety. Like, sijui nani anaweza wacha S60 and anunue C-Class. I don't know. I'm just saying it out loud. Yeah, it's a proper setup. Proper setup. In terms of power. Hata power figures. I'm pushing 250 horses.
Yeah, it's better than
On the
Benz.
S60, yeah?
On the
The
V60
Benz is,
T5.
yeah, na hiyo ni basic, yeah? Huku ingine tunangangana na ka 211.
To 11.
Yeah. So in terms of even how it feels. And then gearbox pia tuko na 8-speed Isin on this side. Huko tuko na 9-speed Getronic. But
I think when it comes to the driving feel,
Yes.
the Benz feels more refined.
No, I disagree. I've driven those
Vanilla,
classes.
you've done
Yeah, I've driven those
60?
I've driven the C-Class.
Yes.
And I've driven the XC60.
And I'm not talking
Yes.
about the power.
Yeah, refinement.
The 9G-tronic feels...
No, let me tell you. Mercedes, kuna venye kuna ka cheapness kiasi kwa Mercedes. Ile hawataki
Kukuambia,
overt, but iko. Like when you drive a Mac, it's a bit harsher than even modern BMWs.
No, but the refinement, purely the drivetrain. I'm not even talking about the suspension, the
engine,
the builds.
the way
I'm just
the
talking
engine-
about how the engine and the gearbox feel.
Mari.
It just feels
Okay.
like the two of them,
Know how to work together.
yes, like they're just Zico.
So
Very nice they're doing. On the V60, there's kuna kakitu tu. Like you just feel like the Isin gearbox and the Volvo engine. There's something that's missing. It drives quick, but the same experience you had on the XC60, where you feel like the gears are not sure that now I want to change.
That has been a nice
Nikifanya
thing.
heavy.
It's a nice thing, eh? I agree that the 9G-tronic is good. I thought you meant like at how the car, like how it drives in terms
No,
of...
I just mean purely the engine gearbox.
The Nigitronic is dope. And you need to understand the Nigitronic, the one that we have right now. They moved. So they are calling it it's a torque converter. It's still like normal torque converter. Before we used to have the one that had a clutch.
Ile ya
multi-clutch.
kitambo, the full
Multi-clutch.
locking.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this one is still a torque, but they have a set of clutches. Even on a C-Class, like bado iko na hizo clutch pack hapo ndani. So of course, in terms of the software they run and the way the car shifts when you have the 9, the only place where I depart from it is when you're going harsh. Now it also starts to wonder, okay, so what's going on? But when you're doing normal cruising, no, it's smooth like butter. Smooth. And it's also reliable. So I agree. But I seen they've been hustling this idea around shifting where sometimes inataka kwenda mbele, but haijui kama downshift. So you'll have some delays in between. But for a difference of 1 million?
Yeah, the Volvo takes it.
Getting a Volvo.
Yeah. And safety. And even
agreed.
the seats. Have you seen the seats on the
Yeah.
60?
No, interior, we are not even
You will
talking.
get massage seats.
Interior hata hatuwezi
Hatuongei,
ongea.
sindio? Hata looks. Looks, where are you sitting?
Niko 50-50.
Looks Volvo
Yeah.
over the Mercedes.
The 60, yes. The V60.
You don't like wagons.
Yeah.
You're just a weird
No,
guy.
but the C-Wagon is worse.
It was. I
Yeah,
agree.
the C-Wagon is worse.
Let's
It's one of
disagree.
the ugliest wagons.
So if it's wagon to wagon, you go
Wagon
Volvo.
V60.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in that category for me,
Yes. Which one?
508 Peugeot. 2-liter HDI diesel.
Nice. Diesel. Perfect. Man of culture, I agree. Yeah. People have not discovered how nice Peugeot diesels are. There's a guy who wanted
Anasema
to
tu
buy...
kulispite, but ni sawa tu.
kuna msali alitaka kununua a 1200cc petrol, a hatchback 308. I brought in
The diesel.
a diesel and I gave him the key. I said, go for a road test, then come back. But he went with that car home. He
Didn't come back. Ni kama
100 Newton meters of torque, bro.
Majibamba bana.
Bro, I'm not buying that car 1200cc. So I agree. The 508, dope.
Axela wagon. What, Actenza wagon.
Shamaliza
No, Atenza ilikuwa kwa hiyo.
Tulisema ni ingine.
Haya. Kuna
Bad
3 series.
Bad luxury.
Yeah, you're putting the 3 series.
it's one of the best for me. I like the
The
G20.
best. Oh, the G20.
Yeah. You? Do you like it?
Yeah, Beamer have been doing some good stuff lately.
But kuna bat kubwa inakuja.
But bado ni bima.
But bado bima ni bima.
Beamer bado ni Beamer. But they've been doing a good job. It's just like a preference. I won't take it because I feel they are more in terms of space, like what the general others are offering. I feel it's still falling short of what like a V60 will do. So I'll stick with the V60 in that category.
Okay.
Yeah. But when it comes to driving, kama ni mse single sana, sijui Vanilla kama uko na watoi na wife. Kama ni mse single sana, kama ule mse akona watoto 12, akona bibi 3. But kama ni mse single sana, sina life, niko
BMW.
kama Waigera, yeah, I'll do the 3 series anytime.
Yes, tosha. But on the bad luxury sedans,
Kuna kagari tumesawa hapa. Hakuna sio? Yeah.
the bad luxury sedans.
The bad one. The bad that offers.
Sema ni C-class.
I think for me
Least
it'll be
value
the
for money.
C-class.
No, like bad, like ile.
Bad. The one I will not touch.
Then are they really bad? All of them. They're generally good, but they just depends on the value for money.
It's quacks.
Yeah, it's just those small issues like this one. For 4 million doesn't make sense. Yeah. But they're not at bad, at their horrible cars. No. Because even when you look at Volvo and you look at even VW, Audi, Mercedes, BMW, all of them, they're decent.
Yeah. Oh, there's a Passat there as well.
Passat.
Oh, yeah, the Passat. The Passat is also good. The one I will stay away would be the 1400cc for purposes of...
No doubt.
No doubt. Even you will stay away from that.
Kabisa.
What are the reasons behind yours?
Because I want to have a car I can drive, not a car that remains in the parking.
Yeah. So if I get the 2 liter for motion, perfect. So I believe they're all pretty there. It depends with what you're working with. So sijui hapo wenyewe sioni ile, but ile ndakataa ni C-Class kwa sababu ya pricing. I feel the price is too huge for that.
Ameinject kabisa. Ameinject.
Yako kwa liver size.
Now I say watanichukia hapa because wasema ni msoma Mercedes, but on the C-Class, nah. There's a guy I want against buying it. He's right now selling it. He bought an XC60. So he went for a C-Class.
XC60. Now we move over to crossovers. Tuanza na
Under 5M.
Tuanza na under 5M.
Tumesema nitumalize.
Okay.
Under 5M.
Best two.
Best kwa hiyo category. Yeah. Of course, best haina rule ni CX5. No, we will throw stones, we will do all those things.
Wait, ati? Best ni CX5.
Wenye nanunuliwa sahi.
Si yenye nauza, yenye ni best.
Unajua budget, okay.
Ushaanza kuangalia hizi maweza ama naweza zifikia juu.
Below 5 million ni mob.
Lakini gani best? Kwako. Kwa Ibra. Kwa Papa Askofu.
Okay, let me see. I've done XC60. D4. Bro, napatia sahi Volvo props. I felt good in the D4. Not the petrol. The D4 inscription.
Ambia Bra uze T5 sana. Ile best yetu.
I felt good in the T4. That will be 1. 2, I felt very good in the X3.
20D.
Yes. I felt good in the X3, 20D. If you go up the ladder, better. I think Waigera as a confirm here.
You can up the ladder now for copy inaumi.
Yeah, of course. The GLC, nah.
Again.
Yeah.
But coincidentally, this guy drives a Mercedes.
How many million is a GLC?
GLC zikuwa bei kali sana.
I won't do the GLC.
Yeah.
I felt because they 250. No, I won't do it. GLC labda tuanzie 43 kwenda mbele. Now we can discuss. But for normal consumers, hata hiyo iko above 5 million. So hata sijui bado tunadiscuss.
Inafaa kwa below 5 million.
Ni market. So
hiyo gari, even I'd never buy a GLC. It's one of the worst values for money.
Q5?
It's exactly what a RAV4 is, the new RAV4s.
Yes.
The zinaitwa XF50.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Why am I buying a RAV4 at 6.5 million? A 7-year-old car.
Yeah.
Ziko 6.5.
XC50.
Only buy wapi?
No, if you get that top trim Adventure.
Those things now of 6 million, but the relative price vanilla is around 4.5.
Yeah, but I mean like on the Adventures.
Guys,
on the Adventures we're at 6 point.
Wanakuletea grade 5 wanakulima 6.
Inalimwa 6. Exactly, like the...
So now, you mentioned very good cars. So there is the RAV4. Don't me, I would buy it. But I would recommend for my old folk who wants that.
Yeah.
The Q5, dope. Again, very good value for money. Feels more sportier. If you're working on a budget, the Q5 is good. Q5 is good. Tiguan. Plastic ni mingi sana kwa interior. Hapo ndo shida yangu na Tiguan. Hata pia Q5. Can we agree on that? Plastic zinakuanga mob sana.
Yes. They try to make the plastic feel expensive.
Expensive, but it's still their plastics.
Yeah, it's still plastic.
Yeah, for 4 point something, for motion to liter, sawa. You can hustle.
Love pia zina leak coolant.
Zina leak. Now, my favorite here, it will be controversial, but my favorite will be the CRV.
Oh, the
new CRV.
Yes, the new
actually
CRV.
Your favorite compared to even the XC60. Hii category ingine.
No, kwa Japanese side, I'm buying the CRV.
The CRV.
RT6.
The
Get
RT6.
the X-Master, the top trim,
2 liter.
hybrid, 2 liter. Now you're home. Bro, you go inside that car, it feels premium. It feels like you are inside the GLC.
And the design is also pretty up.
In fact, I went
quite
and
nice.
sat in a yard, CRV and the Forester SK9.
SK9, yeah.
The difference was massive. The SK9 felt so cheap compared to the CRV.
But it does.
It felt so cheap, yes.
Actually, hapo kwa
For me, actually, the worst.
category
For me, the worst would be the Forester.
category wagons.
The Forester.
I feel the Forester, the build quality and the price. If
The build quality is bad.
yes,
The drivetrain is
it's
bad.
bad.
There's
The
nothing.
maintenance cost
The maintenance
is
is high. Hakuna
The
kitu.
only thing we are proud of the Forester is the AWD.
WD.
Ukitoa hiyo na X mode, bro, it is a shell of a car. You don't want to pay anything.
And even then, considering the cost of parts on that car, you will not be using the AWD anytime
Thank
soon.
you very much.
And hapo ndio nilikuwa nataka kurudi kwa wagons. Tuliongea kuhusu the worst ones. Tulisahau kulikuwa Subaru ilikuwa inaitwa Exiga.
Aha.
Hiyo chana nayo. Toyota in production.
Yeah, Exiga hiyo ilikuwa kuni sana.
Hiyo chana nayo.
No, I had to mention just for the
Hiyo ni
sake.
kaa B class.
Ni kama Mirage.
Ni kama Mirage.
Na tumeruka subcompact SUVs.
Naona tunaangalia vibaya. Tunaangalia vibaya. Na mtu pale timekeeper.
Itabidi kwa subcompact tuchague tu 2-3 tukiweza before because tumeruka tumeenda
Haraka.
So kwa subcompact the worst for me will be the Vezel hybrid 100%.
Yes. Because the dual clutch.
The dual clutch, the service components on that car, the knowledge of people who work on them, I feel it's short.
Yes.
So for that, I'm out.
Yeah.
Most people bought that car.
Poleni.
Poleni. Kwa Japanese side. On the Japanese side, the best one so far that I've driven on the Japanese side, the best would be the CX-30. Have you done that?
I agree.
Agreed.
Tick. Sindio? And then hapo chini yake, we get the XV. But because of the other reasons of the Forester, we kanyagia. And then on the European side, surprisingly, I loved the Q3. Yes, I loved the Q3.
The new Q3.
The new Q3. Yes, I loved it. It drives nice, shifts nice. It's an Audi. So for me, I'll put my money on that. Kuna tugari tungine, kuna T-Cross hapo.
T-Cross, GLA.
Kuna GLA, no. GLA. I don't know. Hey, wasawaziri susiripige. But I've done a GLA. No. I'm not buying a GLA.
Near
One
class
for the
two.
shape. Inaka, it's awkward.
GLA ni mbaya, GLB ni mbaya, GLC maybe. That's it. We move on.
Do you have any other you can add?
3008.
3008. Aha.
Hiyo ni 50-50.
3008, now we had a fight. Now, if they take away that thing that you press and makes noise, you know that thing when you put sport mode?
Kaleka exhaust fake.
That one. If they remove that one, no, we are back in business. But as long as we take a sport mode, ni makelele nasikia, bro, me I'm out. So that's the only beef I have with the 3008.
Okay.
But in terms of interior build quality and the cuteness of the car, it's a dope car.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Hapo tuko game.
Tutafungia hapa because
Fungia hapa wewe.
So tumebakisha gari, tumalize teketeke.
Si ni hivyo.
tumemaliza luxury.
Mwendi juu? The big one?
Ukienda juu,
over 5M.
over 5 million
Unakuja-
kila kitu ni
unakuja-
nzuri.
Oh, nirudi.
Season 3.
Okay, sawa. Thank
be
you very
back.
much.
Alafu usiende, unaenda wapi? Jamaa anasimama. Wewe bada, kamera ni run bada.
Yeah, good stuff.
Misa bado is
Misa
in
bado
session.
itaisha.
Good stuff.
Kwa benediction.
Hii nakwambia hii episode itakuwa na clashes hapo kwa comments. I'm just looking forward to guys. Wewe bila kwanza tunafikiria unajua magari kumbe hujui. Unaongea vibaya juu ya C-Class. Bro, it is, you see this
Tarikwambie watu wenye hawafanyangi YouTube.
Yes.
Hazielewa, lazima kuwa thick skin. Huko kwa comments.
Tamalizwa. Tusema
One thing that I've realized we always make as a mistake, even just car reviewers and guys who deal with cars, is putting out information about cars without really having an experience. And then you get a guy who went and bought a C-Class as his only car. He's not driven a V60. He's not driven. And then naamini C-Class ndo gari. Kila kitu. So ukikamwambie no V60 ni poa. Anakuambia bro.
But unajua shida ni mali alitoka. Juu alikuwa anaendesha Nissan Primera. Na sasa ako na C-Class.
Thank you very much.
So to him, he's the epitome of German engineering. That's it.
Exactly. So I feel hiyo kuna kuanga na hiyo conflict huko nje. But one thing I need these guys to know, the guys who are watching us, is part of us and what we do is to actually drive these cars.
Yes.
And to also give you now factual information based with how we feel. Sometimes we lean towards the performance thing because we are car enthusiasts.
Yeah.
But me try to moderate enough kuangalia pia like the common consumer.
Yeah.
What are they looking at in terms of features, nini? And we do a balance. So mkitupiga hapo chini kwa comments mjue tumeendesha hizi magari zote.
So unajua.
Atuongei from
We drive, we build, we live.
Yeah, because we build, drive here. So
Yeah.
you can take it to the bank and use it to buy the next car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amen.
Na misa imeisha.
Tumemalizia hapo. Hii ndio tunamaliza.
Kwaya. Si unatuimbianga.
Tuko na drive on 5th to 7th.
Wacha hii kwaya leo itapiga practice bala. Na riba.
Mregister.
Oh, you guys have a drive, eh?
We have a drive.
I missed the first one.
Yeah.
This guy promised me that we'll come with him. His car never got
Gari yake haijaisha wacha.
Hata sasa ndio bado kaminda bado iko ready.
Anaendeleanga anatuambianga. Drive ni alini? Gari itakuwa imeisha.
Haikuisha.
Hiyo next mini Kondakas.
To 11 iko tayari.
To 11 iko fiti. Wewe sema tu destination sasa. Niliona huyu jamaa 91 yake hii by the time tunaendesha tutakuwa tushazeka. So I'm doing the to 11 on your drive.
Moyale.
Yeah, Moyale.
5th to 7th
December.
First weekend of December.
Yeah. Registration link iko kwa
Kilomita ni kama 1500.
Sinaweza invite watu wangu to join.
Kabisa.
Kuja ufilm. Ukitaka kurekodi kuja urekodi.
You're very much welcome.
Naambia watu wangu wa channel kama wako free.
Naambia watu wa channel
5th to 7. 5, 6, 7.
Siku 3. Fresh kabisa.
Ma link kwa bio yetu.
Na by the way, si hapa
Tuambie ukiregister.
Shanza usingizi sasa hivi msee. Saa ngapi? Uliza bana usingizi hapa. Nasumbua. 5th to 7th 1500 kilometers hata zaidi na gari si lazima ikuwe performance.
Any car
will do.
Hata Mirage.
Mimi sijui kama uko na Mirage wewe tafuta mtu ako na gari nyingine ukuje
na yeye. Kama uko na Mirage. Unatafuta uso Mirage.
Uso Mirage wakuje kujeni.
Uso Mirage kamuni bro. Ni story tu.
Si story. Si story bana.
Achana na Vanilla. Amekula ice cream Vanilla.
Kuna siko kwani watu wa Mirage hawana marafiki wako na gari.
I have a new co-host. Ibrahim new co-host.
Bana, we
cancel that. Atima apology.
Bana,
we si apologize kuhusu Mirage. Kuja nayo.
You're not body.
Kwa mzuri hapa kitu gani?
Haya.
Funga podcast. We'll see you on the next one. Register for the drive. Sema ile kitu nasema.
Mimi ni Kalasinga, uni Vanilla. Tani mseme uni Ibrahim Conversations.
Papa Askofu mwenyewe.
Yes. Make sure subscribe pale kwa Conversations.
Kabisa wazee. Support your boy.
Support huyu jamaa bwana.
Sub hapa.
Na huko pia tufikishe 10,000
na pia hapa. Subscribe pia hapa.
Haraka.
Nikifika huko kwa misa yangu natuma wafuasi.
Tuma salamu waambie hii kanisa ya Gearhaus imesalimia wao.
Very nice.
Thank you guys for watching. Cheers.
Sadaka.
Umesahau sadaka. Mwezaji invite Askofu. Na mnataka kuniacha nitoke bila kuomba sadaka. Sasa mnajua kitu ya kufanya. Kwa sababu tunataka tuwasamee sadaka.
Ndio kama utoe sadaka.
Wewe utakutolea sadaka wewe. Afiki tumalize.
Cheers. See you on the next one.
Yeah.
Asanteni sana bana. Cheers.